YouTube, what's good? Real Sports, it's your boy D back with another banger. 2K24. This roster is available in the Kobe era and the modern era. It's crazy. This roster literally has every missing 2K player, Hall of Famers like Reggie and Barkley, to stars we never got to see like Len Bias, and even random players who had short-lived careers like Harold Miner, who was a dunk contest winner called Baby Jordan. All these players are on this roster. I'll show them to you in this video. I'm going to run through it. I'm trying not to hold y'all too long. Bear with me. Keep in mind these ratings and everything else is still being edited, so don't roast me too hard. Please, if y'all can, please, leave a comment on what players y'all think I should add to the roster. What players y'all think deserve to be in there. Any players y'all recommend after I say 1983, I could bring them to the game. So please comment below any players y'all don't see here that y'all think should be added. Let me know. Let's start. As you can see, Reggie. Like I said, all players have their real draft pick and information. I'll give y'all a closer look at Reggie. That's a very good download from online. Got his real number, wristband. Try to keep it as close to accurate as possible. Dale Davis, another player who's not in the game. And I'm going to try to show y'all those players specifically, the players who are added, who weren't previously in the game. Dale Davis from 1991. Also got Jamal Tinsley, 2001 draft pick. He's in the game. Let's shoot over to the Pistons real quick. Rasheed. Take a look at Rasheed. You know he always wore those high tops. Of course, we got Tayshaun Prince. Yes, I have Len Bias. Definitely added him to the game. Obviously, he was never made it to the league. Unfortunately, he passed. Rest in peace. But I did add him, as you can see. He was the 1996 first round, second overall pick. He is in the game. Those are his real measurables, at least at the time that was listed. Isaiah Thomas, another player. He's somebody you could get him in the draft class, but if you copy and paste him to your roster, he just shows up as undrafted. And for me, I have OCD, and that low-key bothers me when players are just undrafted, even though it's the real renders. I don't know, it's just me. So he does have his draft pick. Like I said, all the players I'm going to show y'all do have their draft pick, whether they're created or through the draft class, because I did both. See, Josh Howard is another player, not in the game and added. I'll give y'all a quick look at him. I tried to get the tattoos right and all that as close to possible. Keep in mind, all rosters, the rotations are set for all the teams. All rosters. And I did that so whether you play exhibition with your friends or you start a my league or a franchise by yourself, either way it'll work. You could just play a franchise as is. You don't really have to do nothing. Just start and go. Or if you're playing with your friends, either way. I personally generally do a fantasy draft because it comes out crazy. There's so many good players in this draft. And another bit, keep in mind, I made the 9596 Supersonics are basically the all-time Supersonics. They don't have their own all-time team, of course. So I made the 9596 the all-time Sonics. Gary Payton, just run through just so y'all can see. Radmanovich I copied from the other roster. Desmond Mason. So like I said, all rotations and the coaches are set. So all these teams have their old coaches. Rotations are set. You literally don't have to do nothing. You can just download and play as is. Whether you want to just do exhibition, and I'll show y'all some more players that were added. Whatever players y'all don't see on the regular rosters, I promise y'all in free agency. We got Al Jefferson, the big man. Used to do his thing in Utah and a few other places. I believe he played in Minnesota as well. 2004 pick. Oscar Schmidt, who was Olympic. He's a world Hall of Famer. He's not an NBA Hall of Famer, I believe. Or he might even be, I'm not sure. But he dropped 40 something on that 90s Olympic team. He was definitely a beast. He did get drafted by the Nets, I believe it was, but he never came over. I might be wrong. Was it the Nets or the Blazers? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm trying to show y'all specific players added. Andrew Bynum, as you can see, he got his draft pick. Try not to keep out too long, so we're gonna run through this. Andres Beatrice, big man from Latvia. Lance Stevenson, that's another good created Lance. Got Mookie Blaylock, real draft pick. John Salmons, real draft pick, as you can see. Morochik, who was the shooter, played for a couple years with Chicago. He definitely had a gunner from three. And no players were deleted. Once again, any players, whether rookies or whoever, if they're not on the teams, they're in free agency. Big man Kristich, Kenneth Fareed, Marvin Williams, and like I said, all players have their real draft picks. Fareed 2011, Marvin Williams 05. Let's see what else. Brandon Bass was the second round pick. Anthony Randolph, the wing lefty out of LSU. I believe he was drafted by the Warriors. He was low key, definitely one of my favorite players. Athletic wing. Let's see. I know I'm missing somebody. Randy Foy, '06 draft pick. Rasho, Nocioni, Dewan Wagner, Jaleel Okafor, third overall pick in the first round, 2015. Tasha, yeah, Dewan, Dallin Bear, Bayless, R.I.P. Lorenzen Wright, Keon Clark, Trey Burke, Eddie Griffin, Amon Shumpert, Chris Mim, Gerald Green with his draft pick. Again, he is in the game via draft class, but he'll be undrafted. That's him with his draft pick. Who else? Who else? Like I tell y'all, I added over 70 players that were not in the game at all. Between created players and draft cast players. He was another one. 7-7 out of Romania. He played with New Jersey Nets and Washington. Mid 90s. George Murasan, 7'7", one of the tallest ever. Chris Duhon out of Duke. Gravis Vasquez. Bellinelli. Moskov. Kelvin Cato. And I know I promise y'all I passed a bunch of people. Austin Day. I got Tractor Trailer. Robert Trailers here. We got Harold Miner. Used to call him Baby Jordan. The lefty. Jump out the gym. Jimmer Fredette. You can see, yes, he does have his draft pick. All these players have the real draft pick. Keep in mind, like I said, I'm working on the ratings and all that. Adam Melverson, another player who's in the draft class but not in the game with his real draft pick. He was the third overall pick in '06. Manute Bol and Bo in the roster. Who else? Man, I could be here all night. Jose Ortiz. He was at 1987. He's actually the first pick out of Puerto Rico. He was one of the first picks of a player out of Puerto Rico. Thought that was dope. This is another one. He never played in the NBA, but he was a real draft pick in 2015. One of the first bigs drafted out of India. He was a second round pick. Hashim Thabit. Like I said, I promise y'all there's a whole bunch of players. Gosh, Shamgar, the dribble king. A lot of people don't even know he was a real draft pick. Like he really got drafted. As you can see in 9-7, he was a second round pick to Washington, I believe. He played 2 years in Washington, I believe. But yeah, God Shame God is in the game. Like I said, I added the popular players and the not so popular players or known players. Um, I'm just a basketball head. I show love to all players. Got respect for all of them. So please comment down below. There's a whole bunch of players I know that I don't have. I'm definitely down to add more players to the roster. If y'all need any more picks, just let me know. I'll just add players. I'll show y'all how to do the fantasy draft. Any questions y'all have in the comments, just let me know. And like I said, this roster is available. You could go to modern or you could even go to the Kobe era. Just go over the user created roster. And once you get to this screen here, you just want to hit triangle and search by online. And all you have to do is put in my online ID. DEEMOE 420. So that's my online ID. DEEMOE 420. And hit start. And boom, there it goes right there. Legends, no repeats. Like I said, and you got all your players. Everybody's here with their real numbers, real info, real draft picks. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. It definitely took me a minute. I hope y'all appreciate it. Download, show some love to your boy. I'm out.